Sydney, the oldest, largest, and most urbanized city in Australia, has something unique to offer every visitor. Sydney offers a combination of breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and iconic landmarks. This bustling city is renowned for its beautiful beaches, historical sites, and thriving art scene. There are so many things to do and see in Sydney that it is difficult to decide what should be on your Sydney bucket list. So, in this video, we have listed the top 10 must-visit places every traveler must visit at least once on a trip to Sydney. Whether you're a history buff, nature lover, or simply seeking a unique travel experience, Sydney has something for everyone. So, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Art Gallery of New South Wales. Home to a world-class collection of Australian masterworks from the early 19th century to the present day, as well as a treasure trove of Indigenous art that connects us to the immense past of this continent. It is one of the nation's largest and finest museums, with a collection of more than 40,000 paintings, photos, drawings, and sculptures. Complementing these treasures are collections of Western, Asian, and Pacific art, which offer a captivating chronology of taste, style, and ever-changing social, cultural, and political values. The enormous museum was established in 1872 and is housed in the stately, neoclassical Vernon building, which is surrounded by a lush park. Number 9. Darling Harbour. Darling Harbour was redeveloped in the 1980s with culture and tourism in mind. It used to be home to Sydney's industrial docks and wharves, located immediately adjacent to the central business district. The neighbourhood is now home to some of Sydney's most prominent tourist attractions, including the Australian National Maritime Museum, the Sydney Aquarium, the Aboriginal Centre, and the world's largest screen for an IMAX theatre. The Harbourside Shopping Centre is great for families with kids because it has a bowling hall, laser tag, and a jet flight simulator. On the east side of the water, there are high-end shops, bars, and restaurants. Number 8. Cockatoo Island. Cockatoo Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is located in the picturesque Sydney Harbour at the confluence of the Lane Cove and Parramatta rivers. Take a ferry and spend the day exploring the rich history of this island. Guided history and paranormal tours take you around to see all the large island's unique features. Cockatoo Island, a former shipbuilding site and naval facility, has preserved its rich character and heritage from decades of use by convicts, shipbuilders, and naval personnel. Over the course of its history, the isle has been used as a prison, naval base, and shipyard, with its rusting industrial relics and old cells making for some fantastic photographs. In addition to learning about its fascinating history, you can enjoy spectacular views of the harbour or attend one of the city's frequent cultural events. Number 7. Australian National Maritime Museum. Australia's National Centre for Maritime Collections, Exhibitions, Research, and Archaeology. The museum displays Australia's maritime history, linking stories, objects, and people to the seaborne narrative of this island continent. The 7 main galleries of the museum encompass the nation's maritime history, from the discovery of Australia to the country's naval defense during World War II and beyond. The Australian National Maritime Museum is best known for its collection of historic seagoing vessels, including the 19th century tall ship James Craig and a full-size replica of Captain James Cook's Endeavour. Visitors will also discover a flotilla of preserved small ships, including the ex-Navy destroyer Mars Vampire, the submarine Mars Onslow, and the patrol boat Mars Advance. Number 6. Tanga Zoo. Tanga Zoo, one of the greatest zoos in the world, is a 12-minute ferry journey from Circular Quay, with over 4,000 animals to view, daily live shows, and 20 keeper talks. The zoo also offers excursions that are full of energy. Highlights include the zoo's roar and snore experience, which allows visitors to stay overnight to observe nocturnal fauna, and the Nora Dia Tour, which features guides who share stories about Aboriginal life. Although the zoo is accessible by vehicle or bus, the majority of visitors choose to take a short ferry ride to the closest wharf. Tanga Zoo is a must-see for any visitor to Sydney. You can even spend the night in safari-style accommodations at the zoo. Number 5. Sydney Tower. The Sydney Tower is the city's tallest structure, providing panoramic vistas of the city, harbour, and surrounding countryside. The structure, designed by architect Donald Crone, opened to the public in 1981 at a height of 260 meters above the ground level. The Sydney Tower Eye's enclosed viewing platform completely encircles the structure. The structure has 3 dining options, including the 360 bar and dining restaurant that revolves. The newest addition to the tower is a 4D theater, which enhances the theatrical experience with winds and bubbles. Number 4. Queen Victoria Building. The Queen Victoria Building, also known as the QVB, is a 5-story commercial center that occupies an entire city block and contains nearly 200 stores, a concert hall devised by the architect who built it. During the Great Depression, later tenants used the building as office space, and the structure began to deteriorate. The QVB has been returned to its former splendor and function. The Queen Victoria Building is a stunning example of the Romanesque revival design, which was popularized during the reign of Queen Victoria. It features a large copper-clad glass dome, ornamental cast iron railings, and numerous stained glass windows. Number 3. Sydney Harbour Bridge. The bridge is more than just a famous sight for people in Sydney. It's part of their history and a symbol of Australia around the world. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, affectionately known as the Coat Hanger, was inaugurated in 1932. There is an arch on the bridge that is 134 meters above sea level and 503 meters long. Today, people can see the best of Sydney by going on a bridge climb and reaching the top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which is one of the city's most photographed sites. As you ascend the bridge's arches, you will be treated to a breathtaking panorama of one of the world's most stunning harbors. Walk across the bridge to get the best views of the Sydney Opera House and Circular Quay. The Sydney Harbour Bridge should definitely be on your list of top places to visit in Sydney. Number 2. Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach is one of Australia's most famous beaches. With its long, wide stretch of white sand, Bondi Beach attracts swimmers, surfers, sunbathers, and bodybuilders. At the south end of the beach, where the waves and riptides are toughest, that spot is usually only used by surfers. The well-patrolled beach is equipped with changing rooms, and the surrounding areas are densely populated with cafes, bars, and stores. Nearby, hardy residents swim year-round in the iceberg's ocean pool, whereas Sydney hikers flock to the Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk for its dramatic scenery and annual sculpture by the Sea Art installations. Number 1. Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is one of the most prestigious performing arts centers in the world and one of Australia's most well-known monuments. When planning a trip to Australia, the Sydney Opera House should be at the top of your list of places to visit. It is situated on the waterfront of Bennelong Point in Sydney's central business district and is surrounded by the picturesque Sydney Harbour and Royal Botanic Gardens. The world-class performing arts complex was designed by the Danish architect John Utzon and set against the backdrop of Sydney Harbour. As you explore this architectural masterpiece, you will learn the history and colorful tales that make it Sydney's UNESCO World Heritage masterpiece. It is not necessary to attend a performance to fully appreciate the Sydney Opera House. Visitors are able to explore the halls, venues, backstage, and dressing rooms on daily tours offered in multiple languages. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it entertaining. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell for more entertaining content like this. Thanks for watching.